So yeah, hi guys, and welcome back to Tekkify. And as you could probably tell immediately from this, I finished the platform I said I was going to build last time with the turbines. I've moved over all my turbines from this platform here to this one. Not much of a move, I know, but as I said, I'd fit everything within chunk lines, and well, this fits perfectly. I'll show you in a second. I also made a quick pink slime farm for which has already done its job, and I could just remove. But I made that for making pink slime, so I could make pre-chargers, stuff like that. And of course, you had to kill lots of piggies, which makes lots of lovely cooked meat eventually. Although I need to make the meat packer. Stupid pig, die. Also, a quick small and quick ender lily farm, of which I need to retrieve the end stone to finish that off. And no, not there. There you are. That's what I'm all about. Right. So, yeah, there's ender lily seeds growing down there. They've actually already produced an extra seed. But, yeah. And already produced a fair few pearls. Last I checked, that was one. And it's not been that long. Anyway, in the meantime, the old platform is now just a carcass, which will be torn down in time. Just a few machines left behind, ME system, stuff like that. But this is all now completely independent because I've set up everything over here. Going from the top down, we have turbine rooms. We have 8 turbines up and running rather than 4 from before. 8 turbines all running 2,471 RF per tick, which is massive. 100%, so 8 blades, 1,797 RPM. It could go a tiny bit higher, but to do so I'd have to remove coil blocks, and if I removed even one it would go way too high. It would just lose loads of power. But that's one layer. If I just head down on this elevator here, that's the other layer. More of the same. Now head down another layer, it just goes to the bottom of these turbines, but instead head down another layer again, and we have all the lasers and the reactor. This reactor is 7 by 7 by 7. Because it has, 7 by 7 by 8. It's 7 by 7 and has a 3 by 3 core, but the core itself is 6 blocks tall, and the reactor is 8 blocks tall as a result. Produces all 16 millibuckets per tick of steam that I need to. I still haven't moved over the water input device, which is a bit silly. And as a result of this platform now being finished, all the lasers are active. I've got these quite interesting and intricate, effectively power input devices. The power from the turbine gets tesseracted into these cells. Now, the power from the tesseracts goes into the conduits themselves anyway. But the problem is to put, you can only put, I think it's 2,000 or only 10,000 RF in any one time out of any given surface. So from the tesseract, the conduits will only accept 10,000 RF per tick from one surface. So from 6 surfaces, it will accept 60,000, and so I have 4 of them, which that's accepting 360,000. And between all my turbines, I'm making, I think it's 200,000 or so, just short of that. So plenty of space. I could actually probably knock out this one and it'd still be fine. In the meantime as well, I also have Yellorium auto processing. Notice the massive amount of chests that open. Yeah, a lot of sound. But yeah, this chest here only extracts Yellorium from the rest, processes it, and sends it into the reactor and pulls out cyanide. Completely automated process, and basically perfect for my needs. Everything else gets sent to all the stuff over on this side. As seen in the last episode, a few extra bits and bobs are put up to finish off these turbines, but they're pretty much not needed anymore. But everything else gets sent through here. Now, it may not seem like much at the moment, that's because I've been using a hell of a lot of materials. Suffice to say, I was broke last time, and I did this, and yeah, I now have about $68,000, which isn't massive in the long run of things, but to think I've only made that money in about a day's worth of gameplay, pretty awesome. Point being is this is a completely self-sufficient system. Technically you kind of want to avoid these things at any given server, but they're pretty much unavoidable and they're fun as hell to build. But now that I'm at this point, I can pretty much explain anything and everything I want about the server, and even while I'm just recording, it'll make enough materials for me to make another video on something else. and or if it doesn't make the materials I need, I can sell those other materials it does make to fund buying materials I do need. Pretty good. My next plans are actually to explain these things down here as part of the laser production cycle. But it's pretty much how things are at the moment. Stupid rain. With this pig farm here, basically, it's just pig farm, breeder, this chronotyper. Well, basically, this breeder feeds them, if you will. Should be called a feeder, really. But then it does do the purpose of breeding. So feeds all these pigs, they make babies. This chronotyper moves babies over to this side. These babies are then either made into adults by the veterinary station. Accidentally did a thing. But the veterinary station's out, so it won't be. They'll just grow up of their own time, and once they become adults, this chronotype will move them over again. Just need to escape from here. Why is Pokemon here? Oh god. Chronotype moves them over here again into the moves over here into the slaughterhouse. He might start talking to me. I know. He's talking. Yeah, he's talking to me. So yeah, slaughterhouse makes pig slime and makes good meat stuff. Which reminds me, I need to make a meat packer. Okay, meat packer. This thing here. Flint steel. I didn't make the flint steel. Oh dear. Someone needs my help again. Okay, meat packer. And let's see. Stick that there. Meat goes into it and it just makes items. I'm just gonna stick a chest next to it. There we go. And here. Like so. Like so. Okay. Oh, this thing needs power. Ah. I keep forgetting these things. Like, why is it not working? It needs power. How am I typing in power? I need redstone conduit. That's what I need. I'm running out of the stuff as well. Actually, I have a load of empty ones so I can fill them up later. Okay. Like so. Mix meat, dumps into chest. Raw meat ingots. Excellent. Oh, pork chops. I don't really care for them. I do have like loads of steak. But yeah, this stuff is quite good because you can just cook the raw meat ingots, which look a bit funny in fact. Actually, they just look like pink soap bars. Let's cook the pink soap bars. Oh dear. He's having a problem. There needs to be 1,000 millibuckets of the pink slime first, or else it won't go into a bucket, because bucket requires 1,000 millibuckets, because the millibucket is 1,000th of a bucket. Wow, let's cook. That just looks like a brick. What the hell? What's this used in? Cooked meat block? What does the cooked meat block do? Oh. You can make charcoal out of it. Ooh. Turn pigs into... I'm gonna help this guy. Yeah, I think pink slime is irrelevant to animal you deal with, but I figured pigs would be cool because they are pink and steaks. That's still going. Yeah, I think. How much do I have in mine? Wow. Okay, so okay, I only have 2,000. I guess he managed to make up a fair amount. I've made only about 4,000 in total. Well, whatever's in that thing plus another 2,000. Anyway, where was I? Go back up here. Now, as for this laser setup, it's great and all. However, it only produces the necessary yellorium, yellorite back because I have yellow laser foci. And those things can't be crafted here, which is a shame. But hey, for those who don't have yellow laser foci, you're going to have to make a more efficient reactor, because the turbine is as good as it's going to get. The reactor needs improvement. First things first, any kind of like cores you have, surround in 2 layers of coolant around each core, fuel rod or core fuel rods, whatever you want. But surrounded by 2 layers, because the radiation from those layers permeates 2 blocks rather than just 1. So if it never reaches the case, and it gets cooled before it reaches the case, not only does the case heat go down, but the heat in general goes down, and its fuel burn-up rate is lower, but its fuel reactivity will still be high if all of them are bunched together, which is better. Also, making sure you keep on top of the steam flow is a good idea, so balancing the steam flow as best as possible. In this case, I have, I'm going to have to do this, like so. Oh shit. Okay, so on my reactor I have a red net port, and the red net port on this slot here, basically what you do is you click on one of these things, it binds it to your mouse, so that you can click elsewhere, like on here, on any of the empty slots. I'm just going to get rid of it. Anyway, in this case, this one is control rod, and I want to apply it to all control rods. I don't want to just, or you can select through each one. But I'm going to say all control rods because I don't want to be insanely precise, but you can be. I bound it to white, which you can bind it to any of them you want, you just have to make sure you match the colours later. So I bound it to white, and then when you're done you have to hit commit. Mine hasn't shown up because I haven't technically made any changes, but if I were to like do that, it says commit, so it's a change effectively. In this case I'm just going to hit escape because I don't want to change, and I can't hit commit anyway. So once that's done, you just take a programmable RedNet controller, and unfortunately, because of my texture pack, I/O, there's supposed to be a space and then a 3rd letter, but it doesn't fit because the texture pack makes the text too large for the box. But in this case it says I/O space B, which means back, because it says I/O, it's out, but it's the kind of like side of the block, this thing that is, that it emits to. It has U, D for up and down, F, B for front and back, and L and R for left and right. And in this case I've got it I/O B on the back, white, pass through, it's kind of important to put pass through first or else this thing won't show up, and CNS is the percentage you want the control rod set to. In my case it's 3% because of my particular reactor, but yours will vary, you'll want to fine tune it. I could push it to 4%, but I don't know if the steam will hold high enough for the turbine, so I have it at 3. So, and the thing you have to account for as well is this waste level here. Mine's at like 900 and climbing. You have to account for as the waste level goes up, the amount of steam you produce per tick does go down because there's less fuel reacting. So you have to try and make sure that the minimum amount of steam you're making is the minimum you need for the turbines when the waste is almost at a complete mini maximum. That way, it's you know that it will be producing the necessary steam at all times. All times. I don't know if I've said this already in my big reactor turbines tutorial that I made, but it's good to stress it because it's important, especially when you're building a system as complicated as this. This actually seems relatively simple to me, but I know it's not simple to anyone who's doing this for new. I don't know. How do you make a drum completely empty? I'm pretty sure there's something like a pipette from forestry, or at least similar anyway, that you can like use to drain a drum. I don't know if it destroys material, or if it just picks it up into this device that holds a. Ooh. Sorry, it holds a specific amount, but I think there's something, but I don't know what it is. Okay, anyway, all this glass is on here because it's safety glass, stops you from falling into the laser beams down here and killing yourself, including the safety glass down here. Of course, I kind of want to pretty all this up, but basically I've got this, which is warning, keep out if you want to live, because these lasers will kill you. I have full energy shields on here, and it still kills me. Proof of concept. Stand in laser beam. Ow, ow, ow. Another proof of concept. Let's go find a skeleton and a creeper. Ah, there's a creeper. Hi, creeper. Just took that full brunt, no damage whatsoever. I have skeletons fighting each other. Oh my god. Oh, sweet. I will kill the winner. God, these guys are terrible. Right. Mix is pink slime. Okay, now he's done with that guy. He's on to me. Yeah, he's just not killing me. Do. See, absolutely nothing. Point proven already. You guys did well. Now you're dead. Anyway, so chances are the system's gonna now derp out because I was kind of not within range. Yeah, these cells are already filling up. I have a lot of arrows in me. Like so. I'm just going to remove them around the place because of chunk boundaries and stuff. I just want to be a bit cautious. Because when you semi-unload this area, it's fine if the lasers are compressed into the same chunk as well. I assume someone's invaded his place. Anyway, and that's pretty much it for this system. And obviously I've got all this auto-processing over here, processing. That's about it. And I really need some more redstone. There's my redstone ore. There we go. Okay, you. 32 redstone blocks because I had 32 redstone ore. That's a bit more like it. Okay. Okay, so that's a single block is 900 millibuckets. I need. Let's see, that's 137. So that's 200 and. Oh God, why? 274 redstone. 274. I need a calculator. Hang on. Phone. Open. Calculator. Okay, so 137 times 2 is 274. And that divided by 9 is 30.4. So that's 30 and 30 blocks and 5 redstone. Minus 30 times. Yeah, 30 plus 4. That's 30 blocks. Oh shit, do that. Right, that's much better. There we go. And redstone energy conduit. Let's get all of these filled. Although that's meant to go like that, so chest. And I can't have that induction furnace there, unfortunately. Let's have you like that. And now we wait. This takes too long. I provided the poor sod. I say poor sod now. I provided the guy slime and beginning syringes earlier, and he made his own pink slime and stuff. So he's finally made a pink slime. I presume he's embiggened it by this point, and Hopefully he's on his way to making pink slimes himself. I was feeling rather generous today, so I helped a lot of people. Why are pigs making it this way? Okay, I've got to turn off the system and just slaughter a lot of pigs. Alright, tell you what, let's just... yeah, let's just do this. Just cut this wire here. Because I still want to power this bit. I gotta say, flight control flying upwards is so fun, because normally you just like flying up, However, if you do flight control, you just go up and up and up and up, up and away. So yeah, it's not the most elegant looking building in the world, but it does look rather nice, and I will most likely add some like side towers to attach to it and make it look cool, hopefully. But we'll see. Because I don't exactly need the space, because once you build something like this, you just need to process the ores and then do whatever hell else you're going to do with it. And I've tried my hand at building like fancy schmancy cool stuff in Fire UK, but I'm still just beginning, so I'll have to see about that. Oh, look at that, we're getting about 25 minutes in now. In case anyone's wondering why I'm yawning or anything, that's because I stayed up way too late. Last night, and I went to bed at like 4 in the morning, and then I slept till 6 in the afternoon. So now it's 5 in the morning. And I'm hoping to stay up all day, but it's still gonna be hard, despite having slept 14 hours. I don't know how. Ooh, running out of power. Ooh, excellent timing. It's not that, that's the issue. It's the rate at which power is exuded. Okay then. Right, if I stick you back here then, and I make you like that, and like that. That should provide plenty of power. No? Oh, no, it's the top one, isn't it? Ah, crap, of course. It's nothing to do with that. Right, okay, I can return this back to normal then. Of course, why am I looking there when I have this at hand? Sorted. That's climbing nicely, even gaining back to max speed pretty well. Yeah, 400 RF per tick cannot even hope to outpace 2000. Oh god. I'm really worried lately as well. I've not made very much material at all, but because I tried to make like 5.5 hours of recording of Agrarian Skies when I was ill, I used up so much space I didn't even realise I was running out of space on my media drive, which is 2 terabytes, purely for my recordings, and I almost used it up, and I'm like, what? I think I need to use a better, a less space consuming thing. But at the same time, it means I can bring in 1080 videos. Well, maybe not 1080 because my screens are actually 366 by 768, but you get what I mean, 1280 by 720 kind of style. Come on. Bored now. There we go. That's more like it. That's almost done. Done. And that's done. And these are about to be done. Yes! There we go. Plenty of redstone conduits. Even after having used ungodly amounts of them here on these lasers. Probably not the most efficient way I could have applied all this. I'm sure I could cut wires here, there, and everywhere, but I don't know, it just looks cool to have this repeating pattern around. Platform will need finishing off. Probably need to ground it elsewhere, build up other supports. Probably going to make these into like arches going the other way, so they can go into support things going into the ground, so that I can support this massive thing of turbines. Because I don't want to just look like it's don't want to just look like it's just loads of turbines floating in midair with no support. I want to make it look like it has a proper strong basis. Like it's this heavy weight being lifted. Although why turbines would be in midair, I have no idea why, but you know, lasers need to be in midair because for some reason that's where they're supposed to be. And I might as well load up as many of the lasers as I can in the same chunk as the turbines. And I can't put the turbines below the lasers, so I have to put them on top of the lasers. Shame. Oof. Anyway, all this talking has left me rather thirsty. I can actually feel my lips going there. That's why I've been going, actually, because I'm like, try this. So I'm going to go off and get a drink. Maybe do some more of this. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. Bye bye.